That was some video from the videographer James Reynolds out here. He's on Guam ahead of this storm system, waiting for it to come on shore, as is thousands and thousands of residents hunkered down ahead of Super Typhoon Mawar. Outer rain band's already hitting in, and we're starting to see that outer eye wall approach, and that's the key thing. I think I've been seeing people saying, it's not too bad at this time. Don't let that mislead you, because it is that inner eye wall, not just specifically the inner eye wall, but the back side of the storm. So I think that, we're going to get that eye wall push on shore, and it is going to pick up quite significantly. Velocity in this area is indicating winds upwards about 100 to 140 miles per hour. But there's going to be a clearing, maybe even a dip for some people inside of that eye wall as far as the winds are concerned. And then the backside is for sure going to be the worst of this. That's where all the convection is. We have a little bit of dry air inflow back here towards the north. And once the backside of that wraps around, winds are going to pick up quite significantly. At this time, you got Anderson Air Force Base reporting tropical storm strength winds, as well as Guam International. Let's look at that. 31 gusting to 43 knots as of recording this here. So this is just prior to that eye wall coming on shore. But I just want to give you guys kind of the latest look at this, especially those of you waiting for this storm system. Local National Weather Service doing a great job of updating people, but I just want to kind of fill you in, especially on the back side of the storm, how this could be misleading with a little bit of that dry air, but the winds are going to just ramp right up once this pushes overhead. This is potentially the strongest storm since Pamela. Even back in the 1960s, Super Typhoon Karen, which also hit the island pretty much head on, and it's eerily similar. Now, the good news, we are going through that eye wall replacement cycle, and you're thinking, doesn't that make these storms stronger? Well, as this is happening, the EWRC, that's not the graphic I want, this one, we're seeing a little bit of a weakening. And with that weakening, you can see the inner eye wall right here start to fall apart. The outer eye wall forms up. With that weakening, we're starting to see the outer eye wall reform, and at least you don't have that super tight core in there. But like I said, look at the convection on the south side of the microwave imagery. That still is in place. So I think the backside of this storm is going to be by far the worst of it. So don't let it mislead you. Don't let the eye mislead you either. Once that pushes through, the backside of it, it's going to pick up really quickly here. And I don't mean to say that to scare you guys. This National Weather Service is saying storm surge, damaging winds, all that stuff is still going to be coming on shore here. So don't let the break out ahead of this kind of steer your thinking into thinking that it is over with or anything like that. Let's take a look actually at the satellite imagery here, the broader picture really quick from our storm system as it moves off here towards the north and west. Pressure about 930 hectopascals. It's expected as it goes into the Philippine Sea very slowly. This is a 5-day forecast, so it's going to be out here for several days. We're going to be watching it east of the Philippines, which gives it plenty of time for this track to change. I can't stress that enough. But at least at this time, it does look like it is going to make a turn towards the north here, but too close for comfort out here in the Philippines. We have a high pressure area back towards the north that's keeping it down towards the south. It's moving over just right conditions. This is going to be a Cat 5 out here, no doubt, before a trough kind of comes through. And when that hooks it, it is going to turn quickly towards the north and east, all thanks to a cold front. But it's all about the timing on when that will happen with such a slow moving storm and quite some time for it to move. We got plenty of time to keep an eye on it. Regardless of when it turns or not, you're still going to see that enhanced monsoonal flow coming in from the west. Big thanks for everybody on Patreon who continues to support this channel. If you want to, check that out in the link down below. I never put this stuff behind a paywall, but just want to let you know it is there if you do want to help us out. I know there's plenty of power outages out here in Okinawa. And the closer this gets to the Philippines, of course, you'll probably start to see power outages there with the inflow coming in from this storm. But big shout out to everybody here. Hope everyone's staying safe. Stay safe in that threat of flooding. Stay safe with these winds out here. Big thing is just stay inside and wait for this storm system to pass. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. All right, guys.